Stuck at home and running out of things to watch? Well, revisit some of your old favorite shows, but watch with new eyes.
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
While everyone is in quarantine or self-isolation, try rewatching some shows you enjoyed from the past. With the advent of the internet and streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and others, we can binge watch an entire season of a show. When a new show arrives in a suggested list or we stumble across one by chance, we may choose to add it to our watch list. When a new season of a show we like is announced, we can get some excitement and add that to our list of viewing entertainment as well. In the circumstance we are in now, we can find ourselves with more time to fill than usual. You may find that you have burned through the new things on your watch list at an Olympic sprinter's pace. Now what do? You could turn to YouTube and be quickly bored to tears by the endless videos about the virus, empty store shelves, or Day 6 of quarantine. Well, the very streaming services that offer new seasons of your favorite shows and introduce new shows and movies also allow access to your favorite shows of the past. Well, why would I want to watch something I've already seen, you may ask? Well, you can look at it with new eyes. What the hell are you talking about now? Well, allow me to tell you what I do. First, I think of a show that I enjoyed, or something jogs the memory as I'm scrolling through the minefield of things aimed at a young, mindless, easy-to-please crowd that is fooled by reboots, remakes, and rip-offs. I pop that into my watch list. Now I take a moment to recall why I enjoyed the show. Once I get a handle on the character, plot, and storyline, which are the things that we pay the most attention to the first time we watch, I can now apply the new eyes. I now think about the fact that all this was born on paper. Characters are created and dialogue is formed. Someone's job is to cast a show. Wardrobe was carefully picked. Sets were designed and built. Cameras and lighting were placed. Actors and extras are introduced to the environment, and action is yelled. Now, I'm ready to press play and watch. As opening music plays and credits roll, memories rush in. I, already familiar with the show, shift focus. Since at the first go-around I was locked on the main character, I can now pay closer attention to the supporting characters, backgrounds, and the way things were shot. Before, as main characters spoke or were center frame, I focused on that. Now, I look at what the supporting actors and extras are doing. I actually appreciate the finely choreographed dance that goes on in the background. I notice set choices. I look at details that add to the scenes and help set the tone or mood. There are a lot of little touches that often go unnoticed, but do add to the overall ambiance. Take, for instance, a scene that takes place at an office Christmas party. Just a small added touch of a falling snow out of a window punches up the overall mood. There's also the supporting characters. When a character is not in the main focus of a scene, they're often doing something noteworthy and in the background. Even the way the extras move about can be interesting and add to the overall feel. All these things make a stage or an empty lot come to life and make a believable environment. Now, I'm sure we all have our favorite episodes or interactions or those little lines that we like to recite. Now, on the rewatch, we can focus on the setup and what exactly it is that makes this a memorable moment. Is it the way the lines were delivered? Is it the expression on the face? Is it the inflection in the voice? The timing? Well, maybe a combination of all. Do little things in the background help? If some or all of these things were not there, would it have the same effect? Now, when watching something again, and you shift focus, you may learn more about why you enjoy this show. It may also teach you why you dislike some other shows. For instance, myself, I don't like things shot in documentary form, like the show Parks and Recreations. I don't like first-person views either. I don't care for anything that shakes or has excessive or fast pans and zooms. I don't like slow, drawn-out dialogue. Bad storylines that are all over the place or take too long to get to there, they kill the mood as well, too. Bad acting is the number one deal breaker for me. Even the best script and set design can be destroyed by bad or overacting. Another thing to take notice to is how the show or movie is scored. The background music and the added accent and musical pieces set the mood of a scene. I mean, after all, it wouldn't make much sense to have a dramatic murder scene with happy Mary Poppins music setting the tone. Let's also not forget some of the great soundtracks that came out of our favorite movies. Now just think about this. When you hear the music, and then you hear those words, I'll be there for you. Everybody knows it's Friends, right? So as you rewatch, notice the accompanying music and think what it would be like without it. Now, I just rewatched Cougar Town, Veep, Killing Eve, and Damages. And now I'm watching Ally McBeal. Yes, before anyone says anything about my viewing choices. Look here, Rumpleforeskin. I happen to enjoy spending time with and doing things with my wife. I can't help that you married someone that hates you. Go take that nice, slow, emotional slide down the shower wall and kneel in a puddle of your own tears as you contemplate your miserable existence. So anyway, now this show has several interesting characters. It is shot very well. The framing, slow pans, and jump cuts are purposefully done. The background action is eye-catching and funny. The dialogue is interesting and energetic. Lines are delivered perfectly in accordance with the character's persona. There are special effects that, for its time, are groundbreaking. That baby that ran around was everywhere at the time, remember? I think everyone remembers that little dancing baby from Ally McBeal. There's also a bunch of great cameos. Tons of stars making appearances. There was even some crossover. The cast of The Practice showed up in a few episodes. And I cannot talk enough about the music. Vonda Shepard sang the theme song, and she was the house band in the bar that everybody went to. Her voice is amazing. Not to mention all the covers she sang throughout the series. The songs fit every mood and situation perfectly. There were even musical guests, such as Barry White, Al Green, Tina Turner, and a whole bunch of other ones. The wife and I enjoyed the show when it was new and aired. Upon rewatching it and adjusting focus, I now know more the reasons I found it worthy of my time in front of the TV. The supporting cast and multiple storylines and the many interesting characters made for an interesting roller coaster ride that kept my attention. Now this is just an example because it's what I'm watching at the time. Another thing I like to do is take notice of some of the things that are done and said that could no longer be done without the cancel culture morons flipping out and losing what little minds they have left. Now, once you take in the entirety of the viewing experience of the shows that you like to watch, see what they have in common. It may not always be an actor or a certain genre. You may find that it's the way it is framed while shot. It may be the pace at which the story progresses. Once you find a commonality, it can make it easier to find other things to watch without rummaging through what some algorithm tells you that you should enjoy. Now I realize I'm telling this to a bunch of YouTube viewers that are perfectly content with watching shaky videos with horrific audio on a 6-inch phone screen. I know this may be far too much work to actually take a moment and think about something and how it was all put together. I know it may be out of the realm of possibility for some of you to look at something through different eyes, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I mean, what the hell else do you have to do? Can't even wipe your ass. You're going to run out of socks soon.
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.